Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving a microphone, dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get 'em on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, why don't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Yeah, I do. Man, God is good. Hey, today I just want to get right to it because this has really been pressing me. I woke up and this was on my mind and I wanted to share it with you because I know this for a fact. See, I've lived this for a fact. And you know, the majority of things I talk about in the morning before we get started with the regular show is something that I've experienced. I can only tell you what I know. And so I've really, really understood why God has had my life go the way that it's gone. Because if I didn't have all these tests in my life, if I didn't have all these tests that I passed, all these tests that I failed, if I didn't have all of those, the good and the bad, what could I share with you in the morning? What could I tell you about hanging? What could I tell you about failing and then winning? What could I tell you about hanging in there when all hope was gone? How could I share that with you unless I've had those moments myself? I don't care what happens to you. I don't care what you're going through. Don't you dare give up. Under no circumstances. Don't you dare ever give up. It is the biggest trick that the enemy has, is making us think we ain't gonna make it. To water down the illusion that there's a possibility that you might still have a chance to get over. The biggest trick he uses is when you make a mistake and you fall, he gets you to start to thinking it's final, that there is no resurrection, there is no redemption, there is no recovery. He just makes you think it's final. He is the master deceiver. Don't you dare ever give up. I don't care what besets you, befalls you, trips you up, what circumstantial situations may arise. Don't you dare ever give up. Because listen to me, these are tests that you are going through. And these tests, whether you pass the test or it appears that you failed the test accomplishes the mission if you're smart about it. If you pass the test, let's say you're going through a situation and you get over and it goes the way you want it to do, then what you've learned is if you hang in there, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? Mission accomplished. If you fail the test and it doesn't go the way you want it, and it goes the opposite, and it turns out into a negative result, and the response you were looking for is a no, that's not final. That doesn't mean it's over. That doesn't mean it's time to turn back. It simply means that now you have learned a valuable experience. You have learned a valuable lesson. You now know what not to do. You are now, because you know what not to do, another step closer to getting it right. Listen to me. It has to happen this way. You have to have the rain in your life to get the flowers in your life. You got to have the darkness in your life to appreciate the sunshine in your life. You got to have woes and worries to appreciate the joys. It is merely a test. So when you get through failing, and you get through stumbling, and you get through messing it up, all that's getting you one step closer to getting it right. Oh, my relationship ended. I'll never be able to find another person like that. Not only will you be able to find a person like that, you can find a person that's far better than that if you don't give up. But see, sometimes you got to go through the bad ones to get to the good ones. Don't you dare ever give up. I don't care what happens to you. If you lose a loved one, and Lord knows I've lost some people I've loved dearly with every inch in me. I've lost my mother, my father, my brother, and my best friend. I don't know. I know people who have lost their children. Goodness, man, I can't even imagine that. But they kept on going. What you giving up for? Oh, I got you, miss them, and I got you grieving. But I got news for you. Don't you let the devil make you think it's over for you because somebody else ain't still here. It was their time. Now, I'm not trying to lessen the blow for you, but I'm trying to get you up on your feet so you can stop all this, oh, woe is me, because the things that's happening to you, you're not the first person it's happened to. Come on now, let's get a grip. Let's wrap your mind around this thing. You have got to move forward if it's just in memory of those people. I was on one of the commercial breaks the other day, and somebody asked me something, and I forgot the question, but my answer was, I've always wanted my mother and father to be proud of me. And in their absence and their demise, I'm hoping just somehow, man, that they watching me, that they see their boy, that I'm down here, that I'm doing better, that I'm making something out of myself, that I'm loving my wife, that I'm taking care of my kids. I just want my old man to see that about me. You know, I want my mother to see that I'm trying to get my life together over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a better person. My mama was a Sunday school teacher for 40 years. She been praying for me for a long time. I just hope, man, and that's all I'm doing, is just hoping that they see me so they can be proud of me. See, you got to understand that when you make these mistakes, that when you fall and stumble and you get it oh so wrong, it ain't over for you. Don't you dare ever give up. Don't stop thinking, man, because it ain't happening just the way you want it to, that it ain't meant to be. Devil, he got so many tricks to deceive you. You know why you being tested right now? Because there is no testimony without the test. You got to go through something. It's all good, man. I'm telling you. Just wanted to share that with you. Don't you give up out there. I don't care what's happening. Don't get deceived. The victory's coming, but you ain't gonna get it if you quit. Hang on, y'all.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The Steve Harvey Morning Show is here again. Man, ain't God good. I don't know if you've been thinking about it, but man, when he wake me up, I'm just glad about it. However did today go, I'm just glad I'm here for it to watch it go. Now, with that said, though, I do expect great things to happen today, even if they come at me in the form of a delay. See, delay does not mean denied. It just ain't God's timing. So I've even learned how to live my life like that. Man, I wish I knew this a long time ago. I'd have saved myself a lot of headache and worry, man. But it sure is good to live your life understanding in God's timing and God's will. Save yourself a lot of pain, man. Woo, he hooking me up. Ladies and gentlemen, Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, the mouth of the South, Mississippi Monica, which you all don't get to hear. But you don't know why we call her the mouth of the South. But oh, Lord, if we gave her a mic, woo, you'd understand. Junior, better known as Kill Spates, the legend that is Nephew Tommy, and yours truly. Junior, what's on your mind?
Okay, tell you what, let me ask you something. You know, man, you know audiences better than anybody. You know how they operate. You can tell.
Yeah.
You know, some people know. Some people just don't know when you up on that stage. When it's going bad. Like, what's the signs when it's finna go bad? Like with black people and white people when it's going bad.
Well, the first dead giveaway is silence. That's a shocking realization, seeing as how it ain't supposed to be none.
Yeah.
Because either you talking or they laughing. That's the only exchange we are into. Yeah. Here's the next mistake. If you as the comedian ask a question of the audience and the response is all smart aleck-ass remarks, that's another sign that it's not going right. Yeah. Oh, man, so how y'all doing tonight? No, how the hell you doing? You know, that's not a giveaway. That's why I always tell young comedians, write your set, stay out that crowd. Because if you go out in that crowd, could be somebody out there that's better at this than you. Yes,
oh, really?
Let me get this right.
Great advice.
Just so I'm clear, booing is not a good thing, right? It's not, right?
I don't care what no comedian tell you. Booing is not a good thing at any time. In case you don't know what booing is, booing is the ultimate form of dissatisfaction of a ticket-buying person. That's the ultimate. When a person, I done spent my money, let me show you how I feel about this money I done spent and the return I'm getting on this money. Boo! See, when the audience is booing, they can't hear nothing.
What about get off the stage?
That's an invite.
To end it and to
That's an invite for you to step out of our life and stop tormenting us. Get off the damn stage. And Candace with you. Boo!
Thank you for breaking that down. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, Nephew Tommy's Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time to start your morning off with the nephew and Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
Shirley, it's time that we catch an Uber. Everybody does that. Uber, Lyft, you know, everybody catches it. But a little different when you catch a Uber hearse. A Uber hearse.
Scary.
You understand?
Scary.
Uber hearse. Okay?
The combo.
Long as you get where you need to go, that's all that should matter. Uber hearse. Cat dog, if you would.
Hello? Hello, I'm trying to reach Sean, please.
Yeah, it's me. What's up?
Hey, Sean, how you doing? My name is Brian. I got you on schedule. You ordered an Uber for tomorrow morning. I think
yes,
you're.
Sir. Yes.
Okay. Are you scheduled to go to the airport? Correct.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I want to make sure you wanted an SUV.
Yeah, I wanted an SUV.
Okay, and that's 9211 West. What is that? Holman. 9211 West
correct.
Holman Drive.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. So I'll be outside tomorrow morning. We're talking about 7 a.m. pickup, correct?
That's it. You got it. Everything's on point.
Okay. All right. So listen, I wanted to let you know this, man. You ordered an SUV. I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be there probably a little bit before 7 a.m. You know, when you guys order Uber way in advance, you know, we try to get there almost like a car service and make sure we get you where you got to go. And I know the traffic's going to be a little crazy. So, you know, I'll be there on time. I'll be downstairs waiting on you, all right?
I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Flight.
Now, listen, I'm a SUV, but it's a kind of a little different. So that's why kind of the reason for the call. I wanted to kind of give you a heads up that I am an SUV. So I just want you to look for the black hearse that'll be outside.
A hearse?
Yeah, I'll be in a black hearse tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Okay. Okay.
I thought it's an SUV or a hearse.
No, it's a hearse. It's a hearse. Actually, what's happening is I have another drop off at the airport as well. You know, it won't affect you at all, but there'll be a body in the back. But that has to. We're trying to get that to the airport too. But you know, like I said, and as a matter of fact, it's actually
body. Wait a minute, hold on. You with me, man?
No.
I ain't trying to ride on no body.
Well, there'll be a body, but actually, this is costing you less. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to.
Look, man. Well, I'm supposed to lay down next to this son. What you talking about, man?
Dude, it'll be.
I ain't riding with no body.
Hang on, man. Listen, you wanted an SUV.
I'm not riding with no body, dude. Are you tripping? Cancel this trip. I'll get another Uber or some I'm not riding with a body, dude.
Okay, if you cancel, that's going to cost you $50. $50?
Well, man, I just downloaded the app. Here's the deal. I know for a fact when you cancel Uber, it's $5. I'm canceling, and that's going to be $5. It's not going to be no $50, dude.
It's going to be $50, sir. It's different when you have...
Look, my man, you can pay me $1,000. I'm not riding with a body. You feel me?
No, I understand you now, but do you want to get to the airport or not?
Look, why don't you lay down next to the body and you drive yourself there with the body, like in the passenger seat? I'm not doing that.
Tell me what the problem is.
I mean, obviously, you used to driving around with bodies and That's not my thing. You know what I'm saying?
What's the problem? I mean, you're going to be in the front of the hearse. You're not going to be in the back. We'll put
the body's in the back.
We'll put your luggage in the back. I mean, that'll be fine, right?
Yo, my man, you tripping, man. This is crazy. You calling the wrong with this crazy bull, dude. I'm not doing none of that. What part of that don't you understand?
I'm going to get you there on time, sir, but it's going to be in a hearse. That's all the difference is, man. You'll be riding
in a hearse when I'm supposed to be laid out in it. You understand? Right now, you got me up. What kind of phone call is this?
Well, I mean, what's the problem?
Obviously, you're used to rolling with dead bodies and hearses and all that shit. Since when did Uber start rolling with hearses to pick up regular live motherfuckers to get them from place to place? This is some crazy shit. I want you to think, when did you think that it would just be cool as a regular picking up a body and just driving around in the street?
I don't know, man. I mean, I got two jobs. You know what I'm saying? I do Uber, and I also, work for a mortuary. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but my vehicle is certified and Uber approved it, so I'm able to use it as an SUV as well.
So you calling and you giving rides to live and they don't have no reaction to riding around with a body in the back.
Well, sometimes there's people act a little, it's a little different for them. I get it, But like I said, the only reason why I'm calling you,
obviously you don't get that because you're trying to hit me with a $50 charge that I'm not going for, and you're trying to get me to ride with a dead body, dude. I'm not doing that.
So I tell you what, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right here. And I'm gonna get off the phone. Tomorrow at 7 in the morning, me and Tommy gonna be there. So be looking for us here.
Who's Tommy, the body?
No. Me and Tommy gonna be there tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. You understand? Just be ready for that.
Then you and Tommy gonna have a problem.
Okay. All right. Tell that to Tommy though, because see, Tommy don't take this too kindly. So tell it to him in the morning.
Who's Tommy? Is he on now?
Okay. You don't know who Tommy is?
No, I don't. Who the is Tommy?
Okay. Do you know Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show? Do you know nephew Tommy?
Oh, come on, man. Hey. Oh man. Oh man, that's a Hey, man, not coming in a hearse?
No, man, your boy, you got a boy named Chase that you work with. Chase gave me your number, told me to give you a call.
Oh man. Yo, I'm gonna put that in a hearse, man.
Hey, man, you got to give me one more thing, man. What is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, man, I'll pick you up at 7, all right? Be there.
All right.
Give it to me.
Nephew.
Give it to me.
Dead body. Thank you. Coming up next, it is time for Ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey in the building for your love questions right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann will have the latest on the horrific subway shooting investigation. We'll talk about that, of course. Plus, in entertainment news, Rihanna has nothing to hide, baby. Nothing. And not that we care, but Kanye was right. There could be another Kim Kardashian and Ray J sex tape out there. We'll talk about these stories at the top of the hour.
What?
Yeah.
A little late for that, though, ain't it?
Yeah. Stop it, Kanye. Leave her alone. She has moved on. Right now, it is time for Ask the CLO with the Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey. This one's from Kim in Virginia. Kim writes, I'm dating a man that is very spiritual, and he loves to pray before we have sex, which is an abomination. He yells for the Lord during sex, and it ruins my mood. How do I make it stop?
You need to leave him.
Yes.
Yeah, this is weird. And this,
Jesus!
I don't know, I've called him, at a certain point in it, but it was about over then. Other than that, that really ain't.
You don't pray before?
No, you need to.
What?
No, you need to leave him. Y'all ain't even married.
Father God!
They're just dating.
So what you doing? This ain't even, first of all, what's the prayer? If he all that spiritual, he would consider it a sin.
Yeah.
Now I ain't saying, you can't or you shouldn't. You do what you want to do. I ain't making a judgment call. I've done all of it. But I'm just saying, now, what's the prayer for? Father, forgive me for I'm about to do wrong, but I'm going to go ahead anyhow. Let me do the best I can if I'm going to do wrong, let me do the best in wrong. What is the prayer? You need to leave him. Go ahead,
right
Shane.
in my wrongness. All right. Michaela in Detroit says, my husband and I fuss and fight over dumb stuff all the time, and it's getting on my nerves. Nothing affects him, and he can sleep like a baby after we've cursed each other out for hours. Does this mean there's no emotional connection for him?
No. It just means that men have the ability to compartmentalize. We're arguing. We done cussed. I got to go to sleep because I got to go to work tomorrow. So now let me go on and get some sleep. Now, you, on the other hand, can't hardly sleep. And when you do go to sleep, you're going to wake up just as mad as you was last night. Yes. He ain't gonna remember nothing about it. Because men have the ability to compartmentalize because we've got to move on. Now, I would love to tell you to develop that, but you're not.
Develop the ability to compartmentalize.
Shut your ass up. I'm sick of this. Man, you don't know what you talking about. Funky thing. Sitting up in here blankety blank to blank, blank. Huh.
Ow.
What? Like that?
Ow.
He got his mouth wide open.
Yeah.
He through. Good night.
That's too crazy. All right. So you're telling her she needs to get more like him in that instance.
It's nothing I can help you with because men compartmentalize and women don't a lot of times. And so that's the difference in us. You know,
we'll wake up and still be mad.
Yeah, so that's the difference in men and women. That's not finna change. You can't pray that away.
All right. Moving on to Janice in Laurel. Janice says, I'm a 33-year-old female boxer, and I'm dating a guy that is a trainer at the boxing gym. He loves to joke and say he can beat me if he had to, so I don't get the big head after I win a match. Is this a sign of his insecurity? Is it a sign of his insecurity, or should I take it as a joke?
Well, we can find out. Knock his ass out.
Knock his ass out.
That's all you got to do. Cock back. Bam, bust him dead in his jaw and see where he at. You know, all this talking about what you can do and all this here, let's see. You know, but now he ain't supposed to hit you back. So, you know, you're probably going to win. So, but why is that bothering you, though?
If a man tells you, oh, I could beat you, don't get the big head.
He shouldn't be bringing that up.
Cause for concern there?
But see, well, here's the problem. Dude, I can beat you. Okay, and? I mean, bruh.
Why is the dude saying that?
You know, you dating her, but you a trainer. But why you saying it, though? I could beat you. Are you sure? Are you just saying that so you could just keep her in a suppressed position? I don't understand. It just sounds like a little bit of insecurity to me.
That's what she's asking.
You know, yeah. I mean, absolutely. You know, but you know, you got no way of proving it. Y'all don't need to box. You know, but I know a lot of women can whoop a lot of men in that ring, though. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I know some MMA. I watch MMA. There's some girls I cannot get in that ring with. Because as soon as I get her in a headlock, because she finna beat the hell out of me. I can't have this on TV. or either I got to get up in that cage as soon as in the red corner and just faint. Just faint and let him carry me out. You know, tell him I had a seizure. Yeah, Steve punk ass tried to get out. Yeah, because she was going to whoop me.
Yeah.
That's a scary situation, though, for him to keep saying that. I don't like that. All right, moving on to Serena in Kansas City. Serena says, I walked in on my husband taking a bath in my tub in the dark while talking on the phone.
Say that again, Shirley. Shirley, repeat.
Okay. Serena's her name. She says that she walked in on her husband taking a bath in her tub, in the dark while he was talking on the phone.
God.
She said it scared the mess out of me. He said he was talking to his mom.
No, dog. I know you're trying to think quick, but that you hit the wrong one, player.
Yeah. And she's asking, is she to believe he was on the phone with his mom, naked in the dark, taking a bubble bath?
First of all, you have other concerns. Your man just in the dark taking a bubble bath, just right there, it screams something's wrong. It reeks with something wrong. That's not what we do. We don't take bubble baths in the dark. We just don't. Period. Now, you know, I got soaking, you sore, you've been working out, you got some Epsom salt. The bubble bath in the dark and talking on the phone. See, if you go soak in the bathtub because you hurting or something, you know, that's a quiet time for you. The talking on the phone with them bubbles. Something else was going on in that damn water to keep that suds as sudsy as it was. You know how you swish your hand around in the water, make more bubbles?
All right. Okay. He
wasn't talking to his mama. Why, boy?
That's the lie.
I ain't never talked to my mama naked, dry or wet.
It's too much.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't his mom.
Hold on, mama, let me call you back. I got to put some clothes on. I can't talk to my mama naked,
Coming up
man.
At the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment and some national news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve Harvey Nation, coming up in about 20 minutes, we will have leader Stacy Abrams. That's right, I said Stacy Abrams will be our very special guest. Can't wait to talk to her.
Yes.
In entertainment news right now, Rihanna says that pregnancy has changed a lot of things in her life, but not the way she dresses. RiRi, who has raised some eyebrows with her barely there outfits, tells Vogue magazine that she won't be toning it down for the rest of her pregnancy. She says, when I found out I was pregnant, I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to go shopping in no maternity aisle. I'm sorry, it's too much fun to get dressed up. My body is doing incredible things right now, and I'm not going to be ashamed of that. And we see it because she's out everywhere.
I'm going to tell you something,
belly
man.
showing.
She's straight killing it, man.
Yeah, looking beautiful.
Rihanna is ripping them with her pregnancy.
Yes,
she letting them have it. Look, now she gaining the weight because she pregnant. You know, her face getting a little full and everything. But that girl right there, she fine. She letting them have it.
She is.
Stomach, thighs, face, booty, everything.
Fashion. Yes.
Here, makeup on, Rihanna letting them have it. All her outfits got her stomach out.
Every last one.
Yes.
Every
Like
last
a cape. All her tops look like a cape. She had a waist chain on one day. I said, where'd she find that at?
Yeah.
We love her.
She's changing the game for
Yeah,
sure, as she always does.
She ain't messing around. How many months is she? How much more of this we got?
I don't even know. I don't know.
I don't even know,
I don't know
because
if
when
you
we
be
found
exact.
out, she was quite a ways along. So
Yeah.
I have no idea.
If I see
It looks
I'm
like
gonna
it's
shoot my shot.
soon, though.
It looks like it's coming up soon, though.
No, she killing it though, man. She killing it.
Yes, she is. All right, in other entertainment news, Kanye, back in the news. Kanye was right. He's saying there could be a second sex tape between Ray J and Kim Kardashian. On the new Kardashian series on Hulu, Kim reacts to the rumors that there is a second tape of her and Ray J. Kim says, over my dead body is this happening again. I know the right attorneys this time, and I'm not going to let this happen to me again. I have all the time, all the money, and all of the resources to burn them all to the effing ground.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
Why
Let me tell you something.
do this to his kids?
Well, let me tell you something.
He's the one he tried to help her get the sex tape.
Oh,
Kanye,
okay.
yeah. He tried to help her with that.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Kanye.
Ray J better take his little money somewhere and go sit down.
Well, listen to this, though, Steve. According to Hollywood Unlocked, Kanye claimed he flew to Los Angeles to pick up the tape and deliver it to Kim. He said, I went and got the laptop from Ray J myself that night. I met this man at the airport, then got on a red eye, came back, and delivered it to her at 8 a.m. in the morning. So there you go.
But
That's what he's saying.
But wait a minute.
That's what Kanye's saying.
Wait. I don't know a lot about technology.
Mm-hmm.
But you think on a computer that that's the only copy. That's
Right.
it? How did that copy get on that computer?
I don't know. But I know she wants to shut that down for her children.
But you know, look, man, I don't blame her. Look, man, but see,
moved on from that. Yeah.
From the very beginning, though, I don't like these punk ass dudes out here. If you do something with a woman, man, then it's done. What you trying to brag, show tapes and all this here. Yeah. And, man, so what? Go sit your little weak ass down somewhere. You ain't did nothing.
All right, Steve, we got to move on. Introduce Miss Ann.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Okay, thank you, and good morning, everybody. This is Ann Tripp with the news. A suspect in Tuesday's frightening smoke bomb and gun attack on a New York City subway car was arrested in Lower Manhattan yesterday without incident after cops in a local precinct received calls from people in the neighborhood and even a call from the guy himself. 10 people were shot, 13 others injured, but luckily none of the victims has died. Authorities say Frank James, who has a long arrest record and relationships in Wisconsin, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York City, posted videos on YouTube where he called himself Prophet of Truth 88 and called about the country being racist and about New York City's Mayor Eric Adams' stated goal of bringing down subway crime.
I told you so about New York, and it's only going to get worse. He can't stop no crime in those subways. He may slow it down, but he ain't stopping. I wanted to kill people. I wanted to watch people die right in front of my face immediately. But I thought about the fact that, hey, man, I don't want to go to no prison.
Well, he may not want to go, but Frank James is expected to be arraigned later on this morning on a serious charge of committing a violent or terrorist act on public transit, which after conviction calls for a sentence of up to life in prison. Actor Cuba Gooding Jr. was in a Manhattan courtroom yesterday admitting that he kissed a waitress in a nightclub in the mouth without her consent back in 2018. Yes, she took him to court. 57-year-old Jerry Maguire actor agreed to a plea deal, which does not call for any jail time. 2 black coaches have joined Brian Flores' lawsuit against the National Football League. Still, Steve Wilkes says he was discriminated against by the Arizona Cardinals in 2018 when he was hired as a bridge coach, he says, for 1 season. He says he was given no meaningful chance to succeed and replaced by the current coach, Cliff Kingsbury, a white man from college ranks with no NFL experience. And Ray Horton says his 2016 interview with the Tennessee Titans was humiliating because the man who got the job, Mike McAlary, said later in a podcast that he'd already been given the job before anybody was interviewed. Remember Amber Geiger, that's the white former Dallas police officer who shot an innocent black man named Botham Jean to death, claiming that she mistakenly entered his apartment instead of her own. Well, Geiger's been denied her request for an appeal for the 3rd time. Sadly, comedian Gilbert Gottfried has died after a long illness, and if you don't recognize the name, bet you'll recognize the voice.
Tonight, we honor a monster in the entertainment industry.
And they used him a lot. This publicist of his says that Godfrey died from muscular dystrophy, a form of it. He was 67 years old. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, everybody. As promised, we got our very, very special guest on this morning. She's the former Democratic leader in the Georgia House of Representatives. She's an attorney. She's a voting rights activist. She's an author. But most importantly, she's now our Democratic candidate for governor in Georgia. Listen to me. She is running as a Democratic candidate for governor in Georgia, and she's joining us to share insights on her candidacy. So let's get to it. Please welcome to the show, leader Stacey Abrams.
Yes.
Morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for coming. You know, look, after your groundbreaking 2018 campaign for governor, you just didn't quit. You got right back to work for the people of Georgia, and you entered the governor's race again. Now, we're behind you 100%. How do you plan to help Georgians thrive once you are elected?
First of all, thank you so much for having me back. I did spend the last 4 years not just thinking about what I wanted to do, but working on it. I launched 3 organizations, Fair Fight, to focus on democracy and protecting our right to vote, Fair Count, to use civic engagement to make certain that people were getting the resources they deserve from the census, and the Southern Economic Advancement Project, and we used that to do a lot of work helping people with vaccines, making sure that during the pandemic, communities got the resources they needed. But the reality is that's the governor's job. It's the work of a governor to serve people. And when I become the next governor, my first business is going to be to expand Medicaid in Georgia. That's going to put money in people's pockets and save lives. Medicaid expansion will give health insurance to 500,000 people in Georgia. It will bring $3.5 billion into the state every year. It will create 64,000 jobs. So every time you hear about a jobs program or a new factory coming, imagine if we could create 64,000 jobs by bringing our own money back, because that's what Medicaid expansion does. It makes certain that childless adults, as well as folks who make just a little too little money to qualify for the Affordable Care Act, it gives them all health insurance. And that lifts everybody. It saves hospitals, it saves lives, and it creates jobs. And I believe in this. I actually, during my time, during this last 4 years, I paid off the medical debt of 68,000 Georgians, because I know what it means when there is healthcare costs. It stops you from doing what you need to do, from getting the help you need, and it stops you from creating, opportunities for yourself and your family. I'm going to focus on education, and I'm going to make certain that across the state, we don't have Atlanta and everywhere else. I'm focusing on making sure we have one Georgia. That's my mission, and that's why I want this job.
See, that I wasn't aware of. That's really eye-opening to me about the medical cost and putting that money back into people's pockets. and creating jobs. We got a lot more to learn this morning from our candidate, Stacey Abrams. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Hang on with us 1 second, Miss Abrams. We'll be right back. Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everybody, we're back, and our special guest this morning is our Democratic leader in the Georgia House of Representatives, still for us. She is. And more importantly, she's now our Democratic candidate for governor in Georgia. And she's joining us this morning, sharing her insights on her candidacy. Why can't I say that word? Oh, I know why. Miss Abrams, I'm sorry. I try not to use words with 4 syllables in it because I just can't keep up that long. We're just here to talk about her campaign and those words I could do. And we're here this morning. You've been brilliant to us here in Georgia. You've inspired us here in Georgia. You led the voting registration causes here and really made some changes. So it's time for us to pay all of this back. Y'all, listen to me. This woman is a hard worker. She's dedicated. And above all else, she's super qualified. She's got the right ideas for Georgia. And one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was the One Georgia tour that you created. Tell us about the One Georgia tour and the concerns that Georgians shared with you while you were out there on that tour.
We launched the One Georgia tour back in March to start going across the state, talking to folks about what they need. When I was in Cuthbert, Georgia, we talked about Medicaid expansion. I met with a nurse whose aunt died because the hospital that could have saved her life was shut down by Brian Kemp during this pandemic. And when I say by Brian Kemp, he didn't physically go down and shut down the hospital, but he refused to expand Medicaid and accept the money that could have kept that hospital open, could have saved those jobs, and could have saved her life. When I went to Warner Robins, Georgia, I talked about what we need to do for our veterans. Our veterans need help when they come home. We've got too many veterans who are living under bridges instead of living under roofs. We have too many veterans who cannot get jobs. And this is a state that should do better by those who sacrifice to protect our freedom. When I was in Augusta, I talked about public education. The fact that, unfortunately, this governor does not have a plan for how we help our children recover from the pandemic, but also succeed going forward. He's doing these one-off gimmicks, giving a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there. We need someone who's going to guarantee that he will fully fund education. And I would say that instead of waiting for him to do it, I can get it done as next governor of Georgia. And I bring this to the state because I have been a small business owner. I've been a nonprofit leader. I'm a Yale-educated tax attorney. But more than anything, I've always put the people of Georgia first, and I want to do that again as the next governor of the state.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. She's so brilliant.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Explain to my listening audience what it is that sets you apart from the other candidates in Georgia's race for the governorship.
Right now, the Republican side has 5 candidates. The 2 leading candidates are Brian Kemp and David Perdue. David Perdue is a former senator who was ousted by John Ossoff, who's doing an amazing job, along with Senator Raphael Warnock, making certain that the money that Georgia deserves is coming home for the first time in so many years. But the reality is the difference between me and Brian Kemp doesn't seem to care. He doesn't care about our health care. He won't take action, even though Mike Pence, the former Republican vice president, expanded Medicaid when he was governor of Indiana. Brian Kemp will not do right by our people. Yesterday, he signed a bill that allows criminals to bypass the permitting process and get guns. And we know that this is going to make us less safe. I call it criminal carry. We know it makes us less safe because the permitting process was one of the ways we closed the background loophole in the state of Georgia. 5,200 people applied for this permit in 2020 and were told no because of felony convictions, because of domestic abuse charges, because of mental hospitalization. And Brian Kemp yesterday said, come on in, it's open season. We know that he does not care about Georgia. He cares about power. He cares about the people he likes. And he cares about the people who can give him more power. I'm running for governor because I care about all Georgians, even the ones who don't like me. I campaigned in Duluth. I also campaigned where they filmed Deliverance. I will go everywhere in Georgia because I want people to have the same opportunities I've had. I've been poor. I'm not there anymore, and I want more people to have the opportunity to thrive, to climb the ladder of success. We can't guarantee it for anyone, but everyone should be guaranteed access, and that's my mission.
Miss Abrams, hold on one second. We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come right back because I don't want anybody to miss this important information. We'll be right back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, we're back, everybody. And our special guest is our leader, Stacey Abrams, who's running for governor of the state of Georgia, who we are going to ensure replaces the current governor. Anybody running against her. We're talking this morning about several things. You know, I want to say this about the current governor. You know, when you pass a bill like this that allows people who have traditionally been denied access to weapons, when she says that she's working for people who like her and who don't like her, he works for people who like him, who he likes, and can help make him powerful. And that's people who contribute. Now, I'm just going to tell y'all, the NRA, nothing is bigger than the NRA. They are the hugest lobbyists in this country when it comes to the Republican Party. And that's selling guns. They don't care who it hurts. They're going to keep that Second Amendment alive so everybody can purchase guns and make money, period. That's what this is about. We just stop playing this game, y'all. That's what this is. We've got to get out and vote again and do what we did last year or year before to make things right in this state of Georgia. Georgia has turned the election around for the president and turned the election around in the Senate. And we're going to do it for the governor this time. Sister Abrams, thank you so much. We're going to take care of you.
Well, I just want to say thank you, Steve. And if I can add one piece, I believe in the Second Amendment. My father loves to hunt. My great-grandmother taught me how to shoot. I don't have an issue with the Second Amendment. I have issue with people not being responsible. Gun safety is what we are responsible for doing, and we should not put weapons into the hands of people who refuse to take that seriously. And for every person who says, every person who has the Second Amendment is a law-abiding citizen, I remind you of the 3 men who murdered Ahmaud Arbery. I remind you of the people who use vigilante justice because they can stand because of the stand your ground laws. I remind you of the fact that Georgia is one of the top states for moving weapons into the hands of criminals. Georgia should be leading the way, protecting our people, not making us less safe by expanding who has it. And to learn more about my campaign and more about how you can help, go to StaceyAbrams.com. You can learn about my policies. You can learn more about me and my story, and you can learn how you can help because we need everybody in this campaign with us.
And you got it. Ladies and gentlemen, StaceyAbrams.com. Everybody, StaceyAbrams.com. Sister Abrams, thank you so much. We're going to take care of you. We wish you the best.
Thank you so much, Steve. Thank you to everyone. I appreciate you guys having me.
All right, we want to thank leader Stacey Abrams once again. Go to StaceyAbrams.com for more information. Nephew, it is your turn to step up to the mic and give us today's prank phone call.
We're going from that to stupid?
Yeah,
that's how y'all want to do
that's
it?
That's the crazy segue. We
All
know.
You got.
Sorry. Transition. Let's go then. Are your lights on? Cat dog, if you would.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach a.
Who's calling?
They call me Pepper. I live, I think I actually live in an apartment behind you. I think our apartments are up against each other. Are you in unit?
Who want to know?
Actually, I want to know. I'm calling you. I got a little bit of a problem. I actually live in which is the apartment that's our apartments are back to back with each other. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean no harm, man, but you are though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Here's what's going on. It took me a long time to try to figure this out. But when you come home in the evening and you turn your lights on, my oven and stove come on. And I'm talking about every aisle on my stove is on and burning hot.
How do you know that's because when I turn my lights on?
I done figured it out. It just seemed like every time, I hear you when you close your door, and I every evening I'm like, why is my oven and my stove coming on? And I'm talking about my whole kitchen just 100 degrees in there behind the stove being on like that.
Okay, did you call maintenance?
From my understanding, I'm on the list, and they're not going to get to me for a couple of days now. So I'm asking you, Ms. if you don't mind, to not have your lights on until they come get this fixed.
Okay, so you asking me not to turn on my lights for 3 or 4 days and, to sit in the dark.
Well, I'm just saying it's only going to be for a couple of days. I know it's a little bit of an inconvenience, but I mean I can't be over here in the house, damn near about to burn down.
Are you listening to what you're saying? You're asking me to sit in the dark. I got a baby. I can't sit in the dark.
Okay. I mean, do y'all have any candles or something y'all can work with or something like that?
I have to give my baby food, milk. I mean, really, you want me to sit in the dark and you don't want me to turn anything on. I got to feed my baby.
I understand, and much respect to you and your child. Much respect. But what I'm trying to explain to you is, I mean, we have to look at the big hazard here. The bigger hazard is that I'm over here with fire on.
Okay, first of all, where are you getting this we from? How am I involved in your situation? I have nothing to do with what's going on in your house.
Your life is patched in some kind of way to my oven and stove.
Okay, but I don't have anything to do with that. You need to call management or maintenance or whatever, but I don't have anything to do with that. And I want to know, how do you know when I get home and turn on my lights? I mean, like, are you looking in my window or something? Are you a peeping Tom? Do I need to call 911?
You don't need to call nobody on me. Now, what we need to do is get somebody over here and fix this oven and the stove. That's what we got to get done. But until then, right now, you can't turn them lights on.
Oh, I'm turning on my lights. I know you ain't trying to regulate what I do in my house.
Listen, I'm going to tell you just like this here. I'm going to need you to keep them lights off until maintenance get over here in 2 days. Now, if I see this stove come on and all these eyes on this stove come on, then I'm going to come back over there and we're going to have to rectify the problem. But I cannot have this coming on.
So you threatening me now?
I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I am not. I'm telling you not to turn the lights on. That's what I'm asking you to do.
Well, I can't sit in the dark, and I'm going to turn on my lights. So, you're going to have to deal with it.
No, I'm not going to deal with it. You're going to have to actually turn the lights off. Now, I understand. Do you have somewhere you can go stay?
Oh, me? Do you have somewhere you can go stay? I'm not leaving my house. I don't have a problem. You're the one with the problem.
I'm not going to leave here, and then you turn it on, and then
if you come over here and knock on my door, you think you see fire in your stove. You're going to see some fire. I can show you some fire.
Okay, listen. I'm trying to work with you as calmly as I can, okay?
You're not trying to work with me calmly.
Okay.
The only thing you're doing right now is you're trying to tell me what to do and run my household.
Okay, if you're not going to work with me, then this is what I'm going to do. Because I already found out where the breaker is. I'll just go and just turn all the power off. So you don't have your power on at all.
Wait a minute. What the No, you can't turn my breaker off. Are you crazy?
I got to do what I got to do. I can't start no fire around here.
You get my phone number anyway. I mean, how you know my name, my number, all that? You know what? My about to come home, and he going to put the foot up your I don't care if he put your in the oven, and we set your on fire. What the you talking about? You going to damn turn the breaker off.
Hey, hold on. I'm trying to sit over here and prevent a fire for the whole complex, and you up in here trying to commit. This is like arson for you to turn that on.
I don't give a You already got a problem, so I'm just going to add fuel to the fire. You call me. And again, I want to know how you got my number.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and go on this little small talk.
I mean,
with you. The problem is that we got a problem with your switch. When you turn it on, my oven comes on, and all the aisles on the stove come on.
Problem, and it's about to be a bigger problem when my man come over there and put a foot up your I don't know who the you think you with, but it's about to be on.
Who you think you
call the
talking
wrong I don't know how you got my number, but you called the wrong today.
Okay, fine. I got one more thing else I need to say to you. Is you listening?
What you got to say? Because I'm tired of listening to you.
Are you listening?
You ain't said I want to here today. You calling me with all this.
Here it is. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your husband.
Are you? Wait a minute. Hold up. This is who?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your husband got me to prank phone call you.
Are you serious? Is this for real? I don't believe this. I can't believe this.
You all right?
I was ready to put a foot up in somebody's. I don't believe I just got pumped like this.
Okay, I got to ask you one more thing. What is the baddest, I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show. You got it.
Coming up next, Strawberry Letter. The subject, my boyfriend is a show-off. We'll get into that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, it is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, on dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one. You hear that? Pop, pop, right here, right now. And it could be yours. You never know.
You never know. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry letter.
Thank you, nephew. My boyfriend is a show-off. Dear Stephen Shirley, I've been married for almost 9 years to a man that would rather buy me things than talk to me and spend time with me. We have a boat and other water toys. That's how he spends his time. I can only imagine how women must flock to him when he's at the lake because I can smell their scents on him whenever he does come home. It's all fine and good because I've got a maintenance man on the side and he keeps me occupied if I need company. I am growing really fond of this guy, but I've had to pull back from him a little bit. He calls himself my boyfriend, and I'll always correct him. He has hinted that my husband is probably a cheater in hopes that it will make us closer. I can see through the BS, and I don't like when men gossip, but this guy is special to me, so I overlooked it. What I can't deal with is how he tries to one-up my husband in everything he does for me. It became obvious over the Christmas holidays when my husband sent me to the spa for an entire day. I was unavailable to my maintenance man for hours, and he was losing his mind. So a week later, he sent a massage therapist to my house while my husband was there.
Damn.
My husband gave me a diamond pinky ring for Christmas, so he turned around and got me a bigger diamond band for Valentine's Day. I can't tell my husband where the gifts come from, and I can't explain to my coworkers why my office is always full of fresh flowers. I've asked my maintenance man to stop being a show-off and stay in his lane, and that really hurts his feelings. I think he's hoping he can woo me away from my fabulous lifestyle and marriage, but that will never happen. How can I tell him he's ruining the fun in our relationship?
Rules, man. Rules.
What are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? You have a husband, you have a boyfriend, and you need help from us with what? I'm trying to figure that out. It's not like you're trying to fix your marriage or anything, because you already said in your letter you can smell other women's scents on him, talking about your husband, and it's fine and good. It must be because why aren't you out on the boat with him? You never mentioned that. You left that part out. Why you aren't spending time. I know you said he doesn't talk to you and all that, but something must be going on. Why, besides that, why you don't go out there or anything. You just let him go. I think you love the attention you're getting from both of these men. I think you love the gifts, and I think you're playing a dangerous game here. And listen, please don't be stupid for 1 second and think that the grass is greener on the other side with your side piece. I think he'll continue his generous gift giving until you decide, if you do, to leave your husband. Then all that's probably going to stop. He's in competition with your husband. He's trying to woo you, like you said in the letter. You're the pawn here, not the prize. This game won't be as exciting if you leave your husband, okay? So please don't give up what you're already calling your fabulous lifestyle and marriage. I hope you mean that when you say it, that it will never happen. I do hope you mean that. And you ask, how do you tell that he's ruining the fun in your relationship? How do you tell him that? Well, you won't have to if you leave him alone and talk to your husband about your marriage. That's what you need to do at this point. Figure out what's going on there. Steve?
This letter is just a bunch of BS, man.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't. Got other things to do. Man. Trying to be a good grandfather now and all this here, trying to talk sense into my kids and all. I ain't got time for this lady and this mess she done created. My boyfriend is a show-off. Why do you have a boyfriend? Let's just start there. We got a whole letter that don't even have to be a damn letter. If you would just fix the problem, you can't, I've said it 1,000 times, you can't fix what's wrong in your house, outside your house. You've been married 9 years to a man who would rather buy you things than talk to you and spend time with you. We got a boat, other water toys, and he spends his time. I can only imagine how women flock to him when he at the lake because I can smell they scent on him whenever he does come home. Okay, right there. Right there is where we need to address. Shirley said it. Why you ain't on the boat? Why you ain't at the lake? Why you ain't on the water toys? Now, everybody else down there on the boat with him, everybody else down there on the water toys, except you. He come home and he got the scent of women on him, and it's all fine and good because I got a maintenance man on the side that keeps me occupied. Well, y'all even. Case closed. Case solved. He doing you doing him. He do wrong, you do wrong. Case closed. End of letter. What you inviting us in this for? Your correction to the problem is to get a maintenance man on the side. And I'm growing really fond of this guy, but I've had to pull back from him a little bit because he calls himself my boyfriend, and I always got to correct him. He's hinted that my husband is probably a cheater. What? You need his hint? He ain't smelling the scent of other women on your man. You are. He's hinted that your husband is a cheater. He knows, just like you know.
Mad. I know you're mad. Hang on.
Ragged ass letter.
All right. We'll have part 2 of Steve's response to today's Strawberry Letter coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. The subject is my boyfriend is a show-off. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter with the subject of my boyfriend is a show-off.
Okay. This married woman has a boyfriend. Problem already. Her husband spends money and things on her instead of time and talking to her. They got a boat. They got water toys. He always at the lake. When he come home, she can smell the scent of other women on her. But that don't bother her because she has a maintenance man on the side and he keeps me occupied. Okay, cool. He down at the lake tripping and you done decided to get you a maintenance man to help keep you occupied. We even. Where we at? What's the rest of the letter for?
I don't know what the letter.
We even. Bye.
Really
My boyfriend is a show-off. But you got nerve to call this man to call you. He's hinted, and then first of all, you've gotten fond of this guy, but you got to pull back a little bit because he calls himself my boyfriend and I always had to correct. But that's what he is. He your boyfriend. Yeah, that's what it is. You might not care for the title. There's several titles going on in here. He's hinted that my husband is probably a cheater in hopes that it will make us closer. I can see through the BS. This ain't BS. This is facts. This is not BS. You can see through the BS. It's not BS. He telling you the truth. Your husband, he's hinted your husband is a cheater. You think your husband cheating, that's why you cheating. Where we at with this here? I don't like it when men gossip, but this guy is special to me, so I overlooked it. What I can't deal with is how he tries to one-up my husband and everything he does for me. It becomes obvious over the Christmas holidays when my husband sent me to the spa for the entire day. I was unavailable to my maintenance man for hours and he was losing his mind. So a week later, he sent a massage therapist to my house while my husband was there. He ain't one-upping you. He doing you. You done sent the therapist to the damn house while your husband is there. That ain't one-upping your husband. That's putting you in a precarious position. And here you go again. But you know what though, ladies? See, this the game you playing though. See, you playing this game with your little maintenance man. So he's doing maintenance work. He doing upkeep. That's what the maintenance men do. We come and keep up the property. See, we maintain property. You property. So he's maintaining it. You got therapists at the house. Here go another one right here. My husband gave me a diamond pinky for Christmas. So he turned around and got me a bigger diamond band for Valentine's Day. Okay. What?
Enjoy the gifts.
You like things because your marriage is being held together by things instead of talking and time. So he done found out you like things, right? So he done got you a big diamond bracelet for Valentine's Day. I can't tell my husband where the gifts come from. Leave them down at your job in your desk. like everybody else do that cheat. What is you wearing this bracelet around your husband for? You stupid.
You what, though?
You stupid.
She getting on your nerves.
Yeah, you on my damn nerve. I can't explain to him why I got this big diamond band for. What are you wearing it at the house for? Keep it down at your job. And I can't tell my coworkers why my office is always full of fresh flowers. Because it's two men sending them.
Yeah, she likes the attention.
I've asked my maintenance man to stop being a show-off and stay in his lane, and that really hurt his feelings. Stay in his lane? How you gonna tell the man what the lane is? See, I think he's hoping he can woo me away from my fabulous lifestyle and marriage, but that will never happen. How do I tell him he's ruining the fun in our relationship? Well, let me explain something to you. Your marriage is things. You really don't care. You care about things. You want to have a boyfriend, but you want to tell him how to be the boyfriend. You want to have a side piece. You want to tell him how to be a side piece. But you really the side piece, and you don't even understand that. And so now you can't write the rules to this, because let me explain the rules to you. You've heard the term pimping ain't easy, but somebody got to do it. Well, let me tell you the real rule. Pimping ain't easy, and everybody can't do it. See, that's the real rule of pimping. Pimping ain't easy, and everybody can't do it. And you ain't a pimp. I'm just going to tell you facts. You ain't a pimp, but you trying to play like you a pimp. You trying to pimp your husband for things, and you pimping this man for things, and you like the attention, but pimping ain't easy, but somebody got to do it. Problem is, you ain't the one that can do it. Pimping ain't easy, and everybody can't do it. And you, lady, can't do it. You ain't a pimp. You need to get out of the pimp business, because you don't even know how to do it. You're taking the gifts to the house. You ought to have that down here. You ought to let him call you your boyfriend. What difference that make? He ain't talking to nobody but you. You stupid. You got to let him call you something. He want to be your boyfriend, let him do that. I tell him, quit calling me your boyfriend. Why? He ain't talking to nobody but you. Now, if he posted on Instagram, we have a problem. So he got the title of boyfriend. So it's pimping. That's what it do. So you want to be the girlfriend? You telling it to me? Go ahead. I don't like this letter. I'm sorry. I want to apologize to everybody listening. Because don't nobody listening, driving to work, at their house, don't nobody give a damn. We don't care what happened to you or your little ragged ass marriage. I hope you get a divorce. I hope both of them spot you. I hope the therapist tail on you. All this here. I hope the flowers get sent to the wrong house. All of it. You make me sick.
All right, listen, we're going to wrap this one up, Steve. Thank you. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve
I hope
Harvey.
you get caught today.
Instagram and Facebook. Check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, it's Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
All right, Shirley, well, it's a big day in sports today. Happy Jackie Robinson Day. It's his 75th anniversary of Jackie Robinson's breaking the color line in Major League Baseball. It happened on April 15, 1947. Man, can you believe what it was like for Jackie Robinson to have teammates not even support you, to be called the N-word every stadium you walk in, to be told you can't stay at this hotel, and to be the first to do it. Now, he was the National League MVP in 1954. He played 10 years. He was Rookie of the Year in 1947. Also, Jackie Robinson's use of nonviolence and his talents changed the traditional basis of segregation. Uncle, what do you know about Jackie Robinson, Uncle? Have you ever met him?
What?
Well, I'm just asking.
What?
Have
you met Jackie Robinson?
He met everybody, Tommy. Why is he
I ain't met Jackie Robinson. I ain't meet Frederick Douglass. I ain't met Satchel Paige. I didn't meet Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman?
Did I meet Jackie Robinson? Boy,
I
ain't meet Joe Louis. I know a whole lot of people I ain't met. I ain't met Jack Johnson. What is you asking me?
You the oldest on this show,
I ain't met no damn body. What the hell are you talking about?
I just was asking.
You the oldest on the show, eh? You supposed to be doing sports. What is you always walk back down civil rights movements for?
Well, it's Jackie Robinson Day. That's why we
Jackie Robinson Day. I don't know no Jackie Robinson.
Just
get back to I know Jackie Robinson. What?
But why is you offended? Like,
I know. You ever met Marcus Garvey? No. No, what the hell is you taking me back down memory lane like I started civil rights and everything?
But you the only one on the show that was born during segregation. That's why I asked.
Hey, did you meet?
Well, damn, I ain't met Nat Turner either, but I heard about it.
What about Satchel
Did you meet
Paige?
Paul Robeson? You met Paul Robeson. Did you meet Paul Robeson?
Who? I don't even know these people, man. Quit asking me all these questions.
Okay, well, you just...
Not finna be the thing. You just sports is what you do.
This is a sports topic. Just ask
Hey, sports, you all down memory lane and stuff.
Did you meet Dr. King?
Boy, you got killed in 68. I was 11. Saw the funeral on TV. No, I ain't met no Dr. King. What he gonna meet me for? Then go up here to the Parkwood Elementary and see little Steve.
I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't know. I just asked.
What about Harriet Tubman?
Man, you probably know Malcolm X. Nope, don't.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't know.
Sitting up in here, man.
He said, did you meet Jackie Robinson?
I just wanted Jackie Robinson. You met everybody.
I couldn't breathe.
You ever sit down and talk to Sojourner Truth? No. No, I haven't. Hey, man, y'all just do sports.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll check Steve's voicemail at 877-29-STEVE right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time to check Steve's voicemail, and if you would like to leave Steve a voicemail yourself, call him at 877-29-STEVE, 877-29-STEVE. You can hear your message on the air with us. Steve, we are ready to go. Let's go. This caller is from New Jersey. Her name is Holly.
Hi, Mr. Harvey, Miss Shirley, Tommy, and the rest of the crew. I really do love listening to you guys. My name is Holly. I'm calling all the way from New Jersey. I have a question for you, Mr. Harvey. I know you have a blended family, and I'm supposed to have a blended family, but I don't. And the reason I'm saying that is because my husband of 10 years have kept his children away from our home, our relationship, and it has gotten to a stage where it's so very toxic. In a nutshell, my husband have moved to the sofa since February of this year, and it's a lot of tension and what comes with that. Anyway, my question for you, how should I handle this? I'm actually thinking of going south because I've tried getting him to counseling, and he bluntly refused. And at this stage in my life, I need my mental health. I have 2 adult boys. They just graduated from college, and I don't think I want to put up with living like this any longer. I would greatly appreciate your advice. Thank you and have a great day. God bless.
Well, I mean, ma'am, you got me in a precarious position, but I would have to go along with your initial thoughts on this thing right here. I personally don't understand. Look, you're not going to blend this family. He keeps them apart. You're working for something that he ain't trying to make happen. You got tension in your life. Life is too short to live like this. Your children are grown. You never mentioned how old his were, but, you know, they might be grown too. So I'm just going about your business. You want to go south, go south. But you can't make nobody do something they don't want to do. You can't get a person in therapy that won't go to therapy. You can't make a person do right that wants to do wrong. You can't make nobody love you. So take your fine self on south. You ain't got to worry about it. You know, you've done your job raising your kids. If he don't want to include his kids in the process, I'm kind of be inclined to agree with you without knowing any more about the situation. But I'm not a proponent of living in unhappiness. I'm not a proponent of living in misery. I get out in a heartbeat. Well, more than a heartbeat, I really do think it out quite thoroughly. But once I think it out thoroughly, I'm gone.
Okay.
You might think it's a heartbeat, but it's a lot of years. Take years for me to come to the conclusion.
Not about you.
Well, I just want her to know the process. If it's been a long time, I'll probably just go on a walk. You'll be a lot happier sitting in the room by yourself somewhere.
All right, next caller. Thank you. Next caller. This caller is Keisha. She's a young lady from North Carolina, Steve.
Hey, Steve Harvey. This is Keisha Woodard calling from Charlotte, North Carolina. I was just calling. I'm young, but I listen to your radio station all the time in the morning, and I keep it on all day. I love love y'all radio show in the morning. Like, y'all have me rolling in the morning. Like, I can't even stop laughing sometimes. But I just want to say thank y'all for the laughs, because some mornings I wake up, I feel bad and down and out. But when I get in the car and listen to y'all, my joy just come out just listening to y'all, and y'all just make me laugh, and sometimes I just need that throughout the day. But thank you so much for that, and keep doing what y'all doing. All right.
Well, I mean, we appreciate that, Keisha, and that's what we try to do on this show. We try to provide uplift and entertainment. But listen to this, though. When you wake up in the morning, to offset waking up on the wrong side of the bed, wake up and go down a list of everything you have to be thankful for, and that will help you get your mornings off to a much better start. I know it does mine all the time, every day usually. So that's my suggestion. But we on the morning show, this is what we do. Thank you to every component of the morning show, all the players on the show. It's what we do.
All right. Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, we got Carla with music news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Carla is here with music news. What you got, Carla? Coming in hot.
Well, this time last year, we talked about this last month, but this time last year, Easter Sunday, Steve Harvey hosted the Verzuz battle. It was the Isley Brothers versus Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's been a year, right? Can you believe it?
Yesterday.
So get ready. This Easter Sunday, it is a gospel, if you will, versus battle. BeBe and CeCe Winans versus Mary Mary. It is going down Sunday. Yep. So we'll be watching. Get some church up in your life versus battle. So I like that. That's a different spin on it. Yeah. Steve, you had a warning to people about the comments, because we go all in when we watch Verzuz battles of what people should say and type. Be careful, this is gospel music.
Well, these ill comments get you sent straight to hell. So be careful with your little comments. Don't nobody want to hear that, all that little stuff right here. Hey, man, maybe this ain't the Verzuz for you. You ain't been to church in a while and you don't really, understand what that is,
Right.
Might not be a good Verzuz for you.
Sit this one out.
I'm just saying.
There you go.
This ain't the time to troll.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Carla girl. Coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, we'll play a round of Would You Rather right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for a round of Would You Rather. Right off the bat, would you rather sing your favorite song on stage? You know how you like to sing, Steve. Would you rather sing your favorite song on stage all by yourself in front of an arena full of people? Or would you rather sing it just in front of the original artist and singer alone? Which one?
I've done both of them. Yeah, I don't know what y'all talking about. I bust out from an arena full of damn people singing my ass off. I done had artists on the radio singing their song in front of them. Don't sound nothing like them.
Yes, he has.
Which one you want?
On stage.
Dog, I sang Adore at the Apollo Theater at a special event.
Uh-huh.
I remember Gladys, what's her? No, Gail. Gail King was sitting in the middle, just looking at me like, I know he ain't.
You were singing.
You were singing your...
I just went out there and just sang Adore.
Prince song.
But the emotion I had in it moved the crowd. I know I don't sound like it. Right. But the emotion of it, the way I know the words, man, come on, please.
You killed it.
No.
Yeah.
You won Gail King over?
Yeah, convinced.
Man, keep score for yourself. Steve won, crowd zero.
Go ahead, Shirley. Yeah,
all right, would you rather have the hiccups for the rest of your life, hiccups for the rest of your life, or always feel like you're about to sneeze, but you can't?
B.
You like that feeling?
We just can't hiccup. Right in the middle of everything, I keep hiccuping.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Them hiccups.
especially as an adult. They're so annoying.
But see that
Girl,
fitness
you
sneeze
wait
one-
Yeah.
See, but that fitness sneeze feeling, I ain't got to worry about that. I ain't finna sneeze or whatever.
Okay.
But that hiccup and all the damn time, I ain't gonna be able to work or nothing. I'd be so mad at myself in the middle of a joke, hiccup, time and be throwed off, hiccup. I ain't finna do this.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather sell all your possessions and hit the road in an RV, or would you rather have everything you want at your fingertips and never be able to travel?
B.
Where
So you rather
say it again.
Okay. Would you rather sell all your possessions and hit the road in an RV, sell everything, hit the road in an RV, or would you rather have everything you want at your fingertips but never be able to travel?
Well, let me explain something to y'all. Let me just clear this up so that nobody got to guess. I've done A. I didn't sell all things. I lost everything. Yeah, I hit the road in a car, not an RV, so I've been there. I do not recommend that. Get everything you want at your fingertips and don't travel. Hell yeah. I ain't got to travel nowhere. I just stay around Atlanta. I'll be all right.
All right. That's today's round of Would You Rather. Thank you, guys. Coming up next, our last break of the day, and at 49 minutes after the hour, some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it is time for closing remarks. You know that, how we do it. This is our last break of the day. But
Yeah, well,
before
we do that, I want to talk to Junior.
What's wrong?
You know, Junior.
Upset? What?
Just, that damn sports segment, where you was doing, it was Jackie Robinson Day, and then you asked me, did I ever meet Jackie Robinson? I was good.
I ain't get here to the 80s. I didn't know. I just figured everybody.
But what is you just picking all old ass people that I should know?
I just assumed.
So you think cause I just met every damn body?
Yeah, because I've been around. I've seen you meet all these people. Like did you ever meet Cab Calloway?
Yeah. Minnie the Moocher?
No, I ain't met no Cab Calloway. I ain't meet Ella Fitzgerald either.
Wait.
Yeah,
Why is you offended?
Shocking. But you know what? Why you picking all these old ass people I'm gonna meet? I can't tell you the people I ain't met. Might be a little be a little shocking to you, but I wasn't at the Last Supper. I know that probably throwing you a little bit, but I wasn't there either. Look close at the picture and see if you see me. Don't ask me about every critical event in history and then put me in it.
Why is you upset though?
Why is I'm upset?
You the oldest on the show. I just asked it was just a question. You ain't got to take it like that. I respect you.
He taking it the wrong way, Junior.
Yeah, he taking it wrong. It's just a question. You can
So
say
you didn't know you didn't know Christopher Columbus at all?
What?
Look at Tommy getting in it.
Yeah, man, we ain't know this gonna upset you.
We don't like him though.
No, I mean, man, just don't be going down all through black history and just marking me down like I was there.
I bet Unc knows him.
You got to. I just thought about it. So
Marcus Garvey.
Yeah.
I know you know Marcus.
You had to.
I had to.
Not you had to.
You the oldest on the okay.
Just simply because you don't know nobody but Jodeci. Let's just try to stop making me know everybody. It ain't got to be that way.
Okay, so so let me ask you. I know you was at the Million Man March, right?
I was at the Million Man March.
Okay, so that's why I asked you, did you know Jackie? Because it's civil rights movement and stuff like that. I just asking. You was there for it.
Hey, let me tell you something else. I know this gonna throw y'all. I was not on the bus the day Rosa Parks refused to get up out her seat. I wasn't on that damn bus. I wasn't waiting at the bus stop. I wasn't going, man, we're taking the bus so damn long. Ooh, she better get up and let that white man sit down. I wasn't over there making none of them damn remarks right
really?
there. Yeah, I wasn't down there for none of that. I missed that too, Junior.
Okay,
I know you think, you know.
Look, let me tell you why I thought you knew Jackie Robinson. Because you the most famous person I know. That's it. You the most famous person I know.
All
so
famous people don't know.
Hey, the speech, the greatest speech of all time, the I Have a Dream speech.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
1964 at the Mall on Washington.
Yeah.
I was alive then, but you know why I wasn't there, Junior?
Why you wasn't
Because my mom and daddy wouldn't let me ride my bike all the way to Washington, D.C. That's why.
Because you was a child?
Because I was 7. Now, what you going to do is stop marking me down all these great black moments like I was there.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I just, I'm the
No.
Because all I knew, every time I know you've been a grown-up the whole time I've known you.
Yeah, well, hey, guess what?
I ain't even think about you being
Hey, when Wilt Chamberlain, this is sports, you like sports?
You know
when Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points, I wasn't there for that. Gee, I don't know every damn body. Okay. I appreciate you thinking a lot of me, but I just don't know every damn body, every damn thing. I wasn't at all the events.
You do appreciate that, huh?
I do. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna make that mistake.
God.
I learned something today. That's what I learned. You don't know everything.
Steve doesn't know everyone.
But you did walk over the bridge, though, right?
You at the Pettis Bridge?
Yeah. After the original people walked over the damn bridge. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm throwing white folks off the bridge if you run up on me at Pettis Bridge. Because you sure ain't throwing me off because I can't swim. It would be all kind of hell on that bridge right there that day. Because I don't do peaceful protests. That ain't what I do.
A mess.
I do not do peaceful protests. Love Martin Luther King, but that ain't really what I do. Once you kick me, I got to kick you back. That's how I was raised. I don't know what.
Oh, man. He said after.
Steve Jr. made a mistake, so you
didn't.
really are mad at him right now.
I don't mistake. I always just think it out.
Thank you.
Unc, did you meet Jackie Robinson? The first black person to play baseball? Boy?
He made me stop breathing.
What?
Golly, man, I didn't know he was gonna be this.
Now, you went to a Joe Louis fight, though, right? You did do that.
What?
Joe Louis?
Look at his face.
A Joe Louis fight. Y'all ignorant ass.
We ignorant Joe.
Oh, my God. I didn't know he was this, man.
Junior said, I was just asking, Unc.
I ain't never seen the Rocky Marciano fight, in case you want to know that. Didn't do that right there. Let's just go on down a couple of things right there. I wasn't a PA or working on the film crew when they shooting Color Purple. Wasn't in that. I wasn't a writer on the Flip Wilson show, just in case you want to know that.
Not that. Not Geraldine.
Yeah. Wasn't involved in that. None of that. Never talked to Mom's Mabley backstage at the Apollo. Missed that.
We gotta go, Steve.
Hey, man, y'all have a great day. And listen to me, stop talking to Junior, but do talk to God, because he'd love to hear from you.
You do know him.
Yeah. And God was there for all them events, Junior.
Amen.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.